Hey guys, it's Holly, and for the last month I have been on a kind of like round the world trip. I had a bunch of weddings to go to and a family vacation to attend to, and overall just a lot of other fun things. I went to Star Wars Celebration, which was an absolute blast, and I made a vlog of it if you want to check that out too. But I literally just got back this morning, and usually when I unpack all of my suitcase as well, I put all of my purchases kind of in like one spot, and I laid everything out of my bed, and I realized just like how much I'd kind of accumulated. So for the rest of May, I'd like to not buy a lot, but since it is the week of May 4th and there's a ton of Star Wars stuff in here, I thought I would give you a giant haul. There's a bunch of different things. There are like random Star Wars collectibles, a ton of Lego, some clothes, and just like a ton of knickknacks. So I hope you enjoy. I don't even know where to start, but I'm gonna go with, I guess, Star Wars Celebration, considering it was really like the first major stop. Now, I bought a 4-day ticket, and I bought these back, I think it was like maybe like June or August in 2022. So really, this kind of just like didn't matter to me. Like, this isn't something I like purchased recently, but I never ended up going for the full days. Like, I just skipped Monday. So I guess if I ever go again and have the luxury of going again, I'd probably just go for 2 in total. But I'm glad I did buy the 4-day pass because the art's amazing. And I also bought the lanyard with it, as well as this celebration pin. And like when I go to Disneyland, I had to deck it out with some pins. So a couple of them are actually like Star Wars Celebration pins, like this Anakin one, and Chopper, which was like a Forbidden Planet sponsored pin. I also traded to get this Thrawn one, which is super cool. And I also had these 2 like Disney pins. These pins are fantastic, and I love the way that the lanyard turned out. It did dig into my neck a little bit though. Speaking of pins though, I also got the Wicked Brick sponsored pin, which was this Yoda, and I went on kind of a rampage in order to complete the collection of Disney parks pins, which thank you to Sans and Claire for helping me complete my collection of these. They picked up like 3 packs on my behalf when they found them at Magic Kingdom, and then I ended up buying the Hera one on eBay because it was the only one I was missing. The Hera and Padme pins by far are my favorites. Kind of branching off from Star Wars Celebration a bit, but also a part of that same collection with the pins was this mug that has like a bunch of the Star Wars female characters on them, which I'm a sucker for. I mean, a lot of my favorite Star Wars characters are the female characters. It's just, that's who I am as a person. Besides Anakin, he I think is like my overall favorite character, but like Padme, Ahsoka, Hera, I love them, not to mention Leia, and they're all on this gorgeous mugs. I don't really have any other mugs that like aren't Starbucks mugs, which, speaking of Starbucks mugs, actually, first place I went on my vacation was Dubai, and I found this at like the Atlantis water park we went to. There was a Starbucks there. If you didn't know, I love collecting the Starbucks mugs based on all the different places I go, so I had to get Dubai, and it's in the like older style, which personally I love a lot more. Circling back to Star Wars Celebration though, the first thing that I bought at Star Wars Celebration is I went straight to the Lego booth because they were giving away these exclusive tiles. Now, in order to get them, I ended up purchasing the Captain Rex helmet. I mean, technically I also bought the Endor brickheads, however, they were for someone else, and I did end up getting 2 tiles, so I bought Captain Rex in order to get a tile for me, and then the Endor brickheads to get a second tile for one of my friends. I just don't know what to do with this though. However, I kind of had one plan, which actually resulted in me going to another booth at Star Wars Celebration, which was Wicked Brick's booth, because they had these like special Star Wars Celebration minifigure display cases. Now, it turns out they only had 75, and I was very, very lucky that Kat from Wicked Brick set one aside for me, so I ran back on Saturday in order to get it, and I'm thinking I'll try and incorporate the tile into the stand somehow and make it like a whole thing. I got that from them, as well as this like lightsaber stand, because I wanted to do something special with my Disney Parks lightsaber, and I figured getting a lightsaber stand specifically from Star Wars Celebration, probably a really, really good way to do that. Some other small bits from Star Wars Celebration that honestly I don't even remember where I got these from. Firstly is this Star Wars Celebration 2023 brick. There's also this like Star Wars Celebration brick, as well as a Commander Cody, which is by Brick 23. It's got his little TikTok name on the back. Besides the tile though, one thing I really wanted to get at Celebration was a Star Wars themed lounge fly, and I was tossing up between Anakin, but I ended up getting the General Grievous one instead because I just feel like it was a little bit cooler. Part of me does regret getting Anakin, but I really love the General Grievous one. I can see myself, unfortunately, buying more of these in the future, which isn't good. The last thing I got at the convention though was a t-shirt from the Celebration store, which I ended up getting this Ahsoka I Am No Jedi shirt. I was really close to not getting it, and I ended up getting a large because I wanted it to be like a nice baggy oversized shirt. Part of me regrets that. I kind of wish I got a medium because it's a bit too big, but whatever. I also did buy another Star Wars t-shirt recently, which I can't even remember where this is from. I'll find the name of it through like my emails and insert it here, but it was this exclusive Run Rebels tee. I love the art style on this. It is so simple, so cute. Again, again, I just wanted something like really casual, really baggy, oversized like. I feel like this is gonna be a great Disney shirt because it's so lightweight. Speaking of Rebels, I ended up getting like these Thrawn stickers and like this little keyring from Ginza Glass or something. I ran into them and they were just like, hey, are we swapping swag? And then gave me these, very much appreciated. I also have these other little things from Wicked Brick. This one is just kind of like a wall mount minifigure type of plate thing. It's got like the celebration sticker on it and this little hexagon. I don't know what minifigure I'm gonna put on that, as well as this other little goodie bag thing. So thank you very much, Wicked Brick, for that. What's in here? I actually don't know. I guess it's time now to get into the Funko portion. And firstly, there's this photo from the Funko booth. They like printed it out. It's really cute. I'll probably put it in a picture frame, but I also got this like little frog lady pop. Now this was actually a gift from someone I was able to meet at Star Wars Celebration. Thank you as well to everyone who came up and say hi. It was really heartwarming for me and I absolutely loved it. And thank you so much to the person who kindly donated me their frog lady pop that they already had. I love her. I'm gonna put her with my little Mandalorian starfighter and make a full display out of it. And speaking of pops, I went and bought so many more. Before I'd even left for Celebration, I ordered myself the Hera Funko Pop, and I bought this purely because of Jean's version. I keep seeing her post about like her Rebel Pops and seeing them all on the shelf, and I love them. Hera as well is like one of my favorite characters out of Star Wars, and I carried this back. It was like bubble wrapped. I bought it off eBay. I think it was like 17 Great British pounds. I got such a good deal on this, and because it's like relatively rare and expensive as well, I figured I was like, oh, well, I guess I should keep the box. Otherwise, usually with pops, I don't care, but I carried it back and I made sure that this box was going to be in pristine condition. I will take her out though and open it. But unfortunately for me, I didn't stop there. I don't know what it is about Funko. I've gotten obsessed with it recently. However, I collect it in the way I probably should collect Lego. And that's just like, if I see one I like, I'm gonna get it. Like, I don't care about completing collections. I don't care about having a full set, but I like cool looking pops and also pops that are a good deal, which is why I bought this Mandalorian. He was like $8 US. And then there was also this really cool Sabine one, and she was also on sale. Not quite as steep discount, but she looks great and she'll go good with Hera. And then I also had this like Scarlet Witch one. I've had this for a while, but like I haven't had an opportunity to actually like bring her back home with me because like she was just sat at a friend's house in the US. But luckily, those are all the Funko Pops that I bought, and I kind of stopped relatively early with them. Continuing on with the Star Wars stuff, I guess I should talk through my like May the 4th purchases for Lego. Now, I don't have any of them in hand. However, I thought I would kind of talk you through them. Now, I unfortunately got caught up in the absolute mess that was like the May 1st release on Lego.com. I hated every second of it. I was in San Francisco. I'm trying to check out on the floor. All of my friends around me are getting their orders in, and I'm getting increasingly more flustered, especially then because I was having issues with my flight because my flight got delayed, and then I had to try and reorganize that with my dad on the phone and try and check out at Lego.com at the same time. I was a mess, basically. It took me an hour, but eventually I finally checked out, got my order in, and I got the Fang Fighter and TIE Interceptor set, which I'm really excited for. And then I figured as well, just so I could get to the threshold, because like I do actually kind of want the Death Star now, I got another Republic fighter tank as well as a Hoth minifigure pack, because I just figured Army Builders is a great place to go. I'll probably end up like selling the fighter tank build, or maybe just like the whole set in general, since it's not super popular in Australia, just to get some money back and then keep both of the promos. But I did go in store, and I just didn't buy any Star Wars in store, but I got these two little like Star Wars head hat things that they had. I didn't even know these were a thing. And then like one of the employees just pulled them out. They look awful, but I brought them home with me and I kept them in like really good condition too. But I guess really my May 1st haul consisted of getting the Disney minifigures, because these don't come out until June here, and in store they said you could buy up to 18. So I needed two. I needed the Evil Queen and Pinocchio, and because they wouldn't let us feel for them either, I just went all in and bought another 18. So I did admittedly want a ton of duplicates of like Disney villains and such, but there's also quite a lot of characters that I don't care about. So I probably will sell them or trade with someone. But yeah, essentially I have a ton of the Disney minifigures because I also ordered 25 from Canada. And I also bought this like Mickey Mouse like 4+ set with Pluto, like the camper van one. I'm really excited over these guys. I like filmed an unboxing as well, and I'm just gonna like throw up on my second channel, Holly on Air, if you wanna watch it. Otherwise, if you don't, that's fine too. Speaking of Disney, I also decided I wanted to, for some reason, have every single Disney princess as a mini doll. So I ordered Elsa, Anna, Snow White, and Tiana off Bricklink. I saw this tiny little Dumbo, what are these called again? I can't remember. Squishmallows. I found one of these at a Best Buy. Another thing I bought recently after swearing that I'm not going to collect every Harry Potter set was 7 of these Quidditch poly bags because I wanted to have my full Ravenclaw team. I have bought 7 of every single Quidditch house so far. I put them all in here so that way I could have 7 complete Hogwarts Quidditch teams. Stuff like this I will gladly still do, but keeping a ton of random Hogwarts modular pieces, I will not. So I just need to open this one and like make it, but I've opened the rest and put them in my little tub so far. I love them. I even bought the capes and like white legs so that they would all match. It's fantastic. Continuing on with Lego for a second, I got this Star Wars VIP pack at Celebration with my purchase. I guess that would just be good for parts. I also bought the Leicester Square exclusive minifigure. And while visiting the Plastic Architect in San Francisco, I had to get the latest amount of stickers that she has. So I just like kind of picked these up in store to complete out my collection. And luckily Claire as well did package them nicely for me. So I have this sheet of like haunted houses, which is really cool. And then I've got like all of her most recent ones, the Corner Garage, the, what other one? The Brick Bank. I have another Millennium Falcon. I have a haunted house, the Elf Clubhouse. I think the police station's in here as well. I plan on putting these onto my Lego suitcase and bringing them all to Brickworld Chicago with me. I'm also just a really big fan of these stickers. I think they look adorable and I want to support Claire. I'll leave her store linked in the description down below if you want to check them out. They are absolutely adorable. Speaking of the Plastic Architect, and part of our little gift bags at her and Sansa's wedding, they gave away these little Duplo whales to like remember the week, which I'm very excited for. I will be building mine, as well as these little like custom minifigures of them. It's really, really cute. I love these. I'm gonna put them in somewhere special. I was thinking about buying like the A-frame cabin and like really making like a full scene out of it, thanks to Brightest Witch Bix Lauren who gave me that idea, but these are adorable and is something that I will be taking note of and hopefully maybe doing myself one day. We also have this Star Wars bag of minifigures. This is where things start to get a little bit dangerous. So firstly, I have 2 Royal Guards because I'm planning on selling my like Death Star Final Jewel and just getting the Emperor's Throne Room, so I wanted to get more of them to replace it. We also have Agent Callus with his helmet, Officer Stallone, Gamorrean Guard, Padawan Obi-Wan, Shak Ti, 2 187th clones. We also have that blue pilot from Rogue One because I wanted to make a custom Zeb, so I bought a Zeb head. Finally is my custom Star Wars Celebration minifigure. I'm gonna swap out the legs, the head, the hair, and the little accessory. I just picked the most valuable things, but I designed this torso and I figured this would be a perfect minifigure to put in my little display case. So needless to say, I shouldn't be placing any Bricklink orders this month. I wanted to say lastly when it comes to Star Wars, but it's not. Okay, second to last, I have these Star Wars Orbit Key organizers. So Orbit Key reached out and were like, hey, do you want these? We've got like a launch for May the 4th. And I was like, absolutely, these look really cool. I'm gonna like share these on Instagram as well, but I thought I would show them off in here. But these were gifted to me. I did not purchase these myself. This first one is like the Death Star, which honestly I think has to be my favorite one. If you haven't heard of an Orbit Key before, I know like one of my best friends has it. They basically are just like key organizers, so you stack them all in here and then like attach it to your car key like that. Then lastly for Star Wars, Celebration, look, basically just made me realize that I really like Star Wars and collecting Star Wars things from all different types. So I went down the Black Series route because after the Hera Funko Pop, I decided I should also get the Hera Black Series. But like I opened my Black Series, so I found these on, I think it was like Gumtree or Facebook Marketplace. I have like a loose Hera and they also had Kanan and they were relatively cheap, so I bought both. As the only other Black Series I have is currently like Geonosis Padme, which I also love. I don't want to get too into these, but I couldn't say no. Again, this pile behind me is getting obnoxiously big, dear. And lastly is stuff people don't really care about, so I'm just gonna fly through it. I also got some like Glossier Boy Brow because apparently Glossier exists in Sephora in the USA, as well as this like Lululemon tennis skirt because I thought this would be great for Disneyland. that was my justification for buying this. It's really comfortable and really flattering. So I'm excited to pull together some Disneyland outfits because I am going at the end of June with Nikki Bricks. I'm very, 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 very excited. While I'm there too, I do plan on picking up the chopper droid that they've got at Galaxy's Edge. So another reason why I don't want to spend anything in May, especially after all of this. This was a really, really long haul video. I am very sorry, but be sure to check out my Star Wars Celebration vlog and just a lot of other things. I've got a lot going on now. I'm on Twitch. I'm doing more on my second channel. It's just exciting times, but thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel down below and be sure to check out my Instagram where you can see these things start a little bit more. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later.